Good evening, everybody. It's Mike, Bee and Kirill, the dark god of the clip of the Silver
Good,
Devil. We are here at Saturday
good
night.
evening.
What's cracking, Kirill?
Good. What? How are you?
Oh, living the dream, man. Temple of the Backwards Tree is balling out of control, as we all know. Uh, do we ever get a break, man? It doesn't seem like we do. Uh, yeah,
Yes,
it's good. It's good. It's a good Saturday,
yes.
What's up with you?
I'm okay. Moved to a new place.
Yeah, I see that. It looks good. What do you think of it?
I like it. Nice people.
Nice
Nice
people?
neighbor. Yeah,
Wait,
nice neighbor.
well, that. Are you sure?
I feel like that. Yes.
Okay. Better vibration.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good. Today, I'd like to talk about spirits with attitude first. Spirits with attitude. I think we've all had an experience with spirit, maybe not the same one, you know, where they are a challenging entity to work with. And when I say that, I mean they don't do what we want them to do always.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody has an entity that they've worked with that has been, challenging. Um, what do we do in those situations, Carol? What do you do when you get an entity that you work with that's challenging?
You get to the root of the problem. You try to understand what it wants. They always have an angle.
Yeah, oh yeah, they always have an angle. We know that's for sure. Uh, you know what I think? Sometimes you can
What?
find out the angle and you can try to reason with them, man. But sometimes it just doesn't. You're not able to make the progress that you want to make. You know what I mean? What do you do in that case? What do you do then? Hmm.
Second of all, if it's infernals, you can change them.
What if you couldn't shem them? What if it was one of those unshemables? Well, we have a lot less leverage in that situation, don't we?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's a problem.
that's probably your man. Well, um, for me, for me, I think I wonder why my light is going in and out on my video. It's like I'm really bright and I'm really not bright. I'm really bright. I'm really not bright. I wonder why it's doing that. Um, for me, there are certain red lines. Okay, like certain behavioral red lines that if they get crossed, it's a problem. You know, I don't mind individuality. I don't mind self-expression. I don't mind. You see, it's doing it right now. You see. Anyway, whatever.
Yes,
It
maybe
doesn't
it's an
matter.
entity.
No, it's not. It's my phone. It's an entity called Wowie. It's an entity called what is my phone Vivo.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
um.
I believe that technology is also it's a
Oh,
form of an egregore. I believe so.
well, that is a subject that we could talk about another time, and that's an interesting subject. Yes, I think you might be right about that. Red lines. Do you have any red lines, Kirill, for spirits with yourself?
Spirits that disrespect me verbally,
Okay.
spirits that promise to do something and don't deliver.
Okay. All right. Those are very reasonable red lines, I think. Um, how are we going to get out of that, though? I mean, we can't monopolize a spirit, unfortunately. I wish that we could. How do you deal with that? Well, if I got a spirit that a competitor, like I don't have the patent on Aerobus. I wish I did, but I don't. Uh, and I do have to accept that he's going to sometimes be called upon by hostile powers for sure. That's going to happen. Uh, it did it again. Bing, lights up. I think you know what I do. I just tell Aerobus this. I tell him because I don't want him to get stemmed. That's what I don't want. I don't think that'd be very nice. Uh, I tell Aerobus just tell them whatever they want to know. I don't give a fuck. I mean, do whatever they say to do, and we'll work it out later. You know, because we really can't do much about that. I mean, except for do something to the hostile magician himself, which you know, yeah. Anyway, red lines with spirits. When
Yeah.
spirits do things that piss me off intentionally, um, I consider that a red line because it's like disrespect. You're doing it now on purpose. Either it's on purpose or you just don't give a fuck about what I've told you several times. You know, and if that's the situation, then we have a different problem that we have to address. And we can do that through discipline. We can do that through a lot of different ways. Like other spirits could get offerings, but not that spirit. You know, yeah, yeah, and that spirit, and only that spirit, could watch the other ones get their offerings. But then when it came time for its, well, no, there's nothing for you because you keep doing this and this and this. Now that kind of feels like bad Santa, but I almost wonder if that's not a good idea. That's one thing I've been thinking about. Another way, lectures. I like to give lectures for sure. Sometimes they work. I don't know.
Yeah.
Where do you draw the line with the spirit and say we're not going to take any more? You're out of the house. What do you think of that?
When the spirit intentionally hurts me or my loyal ally.
Yeah. It's about what I think too. Because if you're at that point, then there's no trust. You know.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I'm going to get into why I'm bringing that up. I think everybody has a spirit that vexes them or causes them distress. But I thought, maybe we would cover that to give people some ideas on what to do. Um, there are little shitty things that you can do also, like adding a little bit of salt to their libations, their drinks. If you do that, you suck all of the juice right out of it, and they can't get a goddamn thing out of it. That'd be like me taking a drink with this straw, and there's a hole in the straw, and I can't get any of the coffee into my mouth. It would piss me the fuck off. Anyway, I don't suggest you do that, but I'm just saying you could. Uh, Incense. You could go with a really foul scented incense like asafoetida, uh, mugwort, wormwood, um, nightshade. Don't do that around yourself though, because that will be kind of bad if you inhale that. Just to let you know. Yeah, that would be bad. Uh, that's one way. This is for when talking doesn't work. Uh, Other ways. Well, there are more Solomonic methods to deal with this that are a little bit more extreme. Kirill, do you have any thoughts on those? Oh, we have a
Yeah,
visitor. Hello.
to hello. To use the corresponding Shem angels, the
Mm.
72 Shem angels
Yep.
of the Shem on the floor.
Well, I lost you there for a second, Kirill. It sounds like, but yes, you're right.
Yeah.
72 Shem angels um, to bind, constrain, or punish an errant spirit. Yep, that definitely is a valid idea. Do I still have you, or are you skipping?
No, I'm
Yeah.
here. The internet
Oh, you
is
look like
not
a
so
statue.
good.
You look like a fucking statue. Like you weren't even breathing. I couldn't even see that you were breathing.
Yes, this mask is not so good. I made holes, but still, it's not so good.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So that's how you handle a spirit that is giving you difficulty, giving you problems. The Solomonic method of punishment needs to be about your last resort. Okay. Uh, do not do that frivolously. That would be a really that'd be a mistake. You know, only when things. Hey, we got another visitor. Only when things have gotten to the point with
Hey,
the spirit that you really have lost control completely, and there's no way to save that relationship. You either cut them off completely, or you can go Solomonic, ritual torture. Oh yeah, I said it. That's your last resort, though. And there is a ritual with the Solomonic to actually destroy a spirit from your universe, and after that, there's no coming back with that spirit. You got to realize, though, other spirits are going to see this, and it's not going to sit well with them. They're going to think, he did it to this one, he might do it to me. So, and then there's a lot of politics involved there too, infernally speaking. You would not be doing yourself any favors when you say it like that to engage in that kind of activity frivolously. That's what I mean to say. Carol, do you have any thoughts?
my thought is be careful what you wish for. You wish
Yeah.
for peace, prepare for war.
I love that. That's good, Carol. Who else says that? No, never mind. I already know. Um, that's good, Carol. That's really good. Let's talk about death experiences, near death experiences, and the immediate hereafter. What happens when we die? What do you think happens, Carol?
I think it depends who you are, how you died.
Yeah, yep, that does matter a lot, doesn't it? Yep. There seems to be a place that the Egyptian Book of the Dead and the Tibetan Book of the Dead both speak about in nearly the same terms. This place is like a reverse topsy turvy place that looks like this world, and it's like the immediate thereafter. Um,
Yes,
there's very little comfort to be found there. Um, things are really disorienting. Um, but that's one place people end up. You know, tell us a little bit about the astral, the lower astral and the upper astral, Carol.
like you said, I think that place they do it, right? That's how the Egyptian call it. I don't know how the Tibetans call it, but the
I
Egyptian
think they
call
call
it
it the bardo.
fargo. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's a play. The lower astral is a hellish place where the forms are and the higher astral is a beautiful place.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right, Carol. Oh, we got a thumbs up. That's good. Um, one thing about the upper and lower astral, people say that you can hear the difference, like in the vibration in the backdrop. I don't think I've heard it that way, but some people swear by it. I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what to make of it. Uh, I can typically distinguish between the two because one is pretty ugly and the other is not. That's kind of how I see it. You know, one is terrifying, basically, and
Yeah,
the other is pretty cool. You know. Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
I think one is more material, more dark,
Yep.
lower astral, the hellish, and one is more illuminated, light.
Light. Octaves of light. Yes, I totally agree with that statement. That makes a lot of sense to me. Yep, that makes a lot of sense to me. Orobus would like to throw in something. Orobus, oh, okay. Let's see. He's here. He's hanging out. Orobus would like to throw in an angle we haven't thought of yet. Where the stars are in the sky when we take our final breath matters a lot too. And I didn't ever think about that. I really never thought about that. That really makes a lot of sense, doesn't it, Carol?
It's like the day we draw, is the
Yes,
moment we draw our
our
first
first
breath.
breath. Yep, yeah, yep. Wow, that is interesting. Well,
Think
Robert, thank
about
you
it.
for that.
Yeah, thank you, Robert. I think it's the moment we are born to that world, the moment we are
Yeah,
analyzed from this world.
I've heard it put like this before, and I think this is a good analogy. Think of a stained glass window. You know, the sun comes through the glass and it looks like a painting, right? Okay. The stars in their placements, the moment that we draw in our first breath, fixes personality traits and aspects of our minds and our souls in certain ways because of their placement. Does that make sense to you? I mean, yeah, yeah. Um, and I can't help but think, bro, that it's probably about the same way when we die. Like, it has something to do with the quality of afterlife and the placement of afterlife. And that would be a matter of destiny, too, anyway. Now, what do you think of this? In many holy books, especially ones that we listen to frequently, uh, everything is appointed. Determinism. Like there is an appointed time of birth. There's an appointed time of life. There is a time for war. There is a time for feasting. There is a time for family. There is a time for study. There is a time for everything. And there is a time for death.
Right.
What do you think of that?
I think that linear time is deterministic, but circular time, ionic time is not.
That is deep.
I,
That is deep. You know, that is very deep, actually.
it's like I'll explain. I'll give an
Uh,
analogy. A stream starts at the a spring. A spring starts at the peak of the mountain and ends up in the sea. But the way it goes to the sea, there are infinite ways it can go.
right. There are many possibilities of how it gets there. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I dig that. I dig that. All right. Gerald, you have your cards handy.
Yes, I brought them especially. Now I have another pair. This is the Rider Waite Smith tarot. It's a different
Oh,
one.
the Rider Waite Smith?
Yes.
Have you studied any of it from the symbology perspective?
Yes, of course. I followed your advice.
Are you seeing what I knew you would see?
I saw and the devil.
That's deep, isn't it? Wow, wow, that's deep. Wow. Okay, I got a question for you. Bust this out for me. See what you think of this.
Okay.
There is a transaction that will be taking place in my near future. I would like you to make a prognostication, if you will, a forecast or a an oracle regarding this transaction. Tell me what will happen, and I'll give you the answer within 10 days.
Okay. Le- let's
The
see.
maestro at work. Let's watch him roll. Like,
Okay. Okay.
no pressure, Kirill. Oh, sorry, man. It's good practice. Nothing like being put on the spot live, you know.
To upgrade my shuffling skill.
Well, I did a video about that. I'm going to send it to your box after this, Kirill.
No, I know your video, but I mean physically to
Oh,
me,
yeah,
me,
yeah.
me,
To do the whole, yeah, the thing, yeah. Yeah.
I remember. I remember.
Yeah.
I'll watch
No,
the
it
video again.
practice, you know. Takes practice, that's all. And
Okay.
really, that way,
Okay.
that
So
way, that's not the ideal way to do it because you are going to bend your cards a little bit. Uh, but you know what? We can just buy a new deck. I mean, you know, I
yes.
do. When I was working for the
Okay. Let's see your transaction, right?
yeah.
In 10 days, what will be the result of your transaction?
How will it go? What can I expect?
The Four of Cups reversed.
All right. Well, okay. That's not necessarily a bad thing because it's in reverse. I'm thinking Epiphany. How do you read it? Because it's your oracle. It's not mine.
Okay. I read that you're ambivalent about this transaction. You're not sure if you want it or not. And it's something that
Okay.
can be a great opportunity or a great miss. It depends on you. Because it's reverse, you have a real chance to make it a great opportunity.
Yeah. If I don't fuck it off. Yeah, you're right. No, that's true. That's pretty good, Gerald. That's pretty good. It's pretty impressive. All right, shoot one for me. I'll give you one. Then I'll do one for the audience here if they're interested, or maybe that you can. Somebody like that, we can. Audience member, if you have a question, now is the time to ask me or Kirill or Robus. We'll be on it. We'll get you a quality answer.
Okay,
All right.
my question is about my work with Saturnian mysteries. How's it
Oh,
going
good God.
right now?
Well, you're still breathing, Kirill. I mean, that's a pretty good sign right there. It's still
I
an
have
initiation.
I have weird things with time happening, with the plumber coming very early, things like that. Very strange things.
Let's see what we got here. Orobus, I'm gonna need some help on this one, buddy, because this is kind of sensitive. So give me some help here, Orobus, and we'll let's see what we got. Audience, if you have a question, feel free to type it in and ask us, and we'll. You guys have been pretty quiet in the audience, so go ahead and liven it up a little bit. It is the Ace of Cups, yet it is in reverse. Now, under normal circumstances, I would say that would be a challenging thing. What it means, Kirill, is upright spirit descends into matter. Yes? That's the card of spirit in a lot of ways, and initiation and birth. And Legend Archer, what's cracking? Yeah, I'll get to you right in 1 second, brother. Uh, okay, that is the card of initiation, spirituality, and spirit descending from above. In this case, let's flip that upside down. This Saturn is about the journey back to spirit. And that, my friend, I don't read that negatively in this context. I think that there may be a tendency to focus on too much materialism. Um, but if you take materialism and you start at its base and you follow it back like a rope, I think you're going to get to the source. I'm going to stop right there. I think you're going to get to the source. And I think you get what that means.
Yes,
Does that resonate?
yes, it resonates.
Okay. All right. Legend Archer, what does Prince of Robus see for him in your near future? Let's see what we got here. All right. Robus, show me, brother. All right. Love that spirit. Love Robus. He's the best. Fifth spirit of the Goetia. A prince with 20 legions of fallen angels. Oh, yes. Okay. One, two, three. There we go. I'm sorry to say, Mr. Archer, that we have a situation that you're going to have to walk away from. It's going to be painful. It's going to hurt. It's going to feel like a separation. It's going to feel like something that you had invested a lot of your time or energy or emotion into is a disappointment and didn't bring you where you wanted to be and it didn't go where you wanted it to go and it couldn't be what you wanted or needed it to be. It's a situation, it's a person, place, or thing. And you're going to have to make the decision to probably walk away. So I'm sorry for that. That sucks. And I always hate seeing that card for myself. So I'm sorry for seeing it in your case, but keep that in mind for the next maybe 7 to 10 days, and you'll probably see something that you just have to say, no, man, look, enough is enough. I'm done. I'm out. Like that. So that's Aerobus's thoughts to you. All right. What else do we got for tonight, Kirill? If anybody else has questions from the audience or whatever,
Uh,
let us know.
let's do five. Why
Oh,
not?
you want to do a game of five? Hmm. I got killed last time, Kirill. I don't know. I'm scared.
It's a new deck, and you
Hey,
vibe with the
it's a
Raider
new day,
10.
huh? Okay, but let's just play to 3 points, okay? All right, Kirill.
You want to start? Okay, yes.
Well, okay, but let's just play to 3 points, though. Is that okay?
Whatever you want, no problem.
Okay, 3 points. All right, I'll start. Is that a cup?
Yes. You see already.
Ooh.
Good.
Is that a court card?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Okay. Is it even?
No, it's not.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Um. All right. Is this? Would you call this a positive card?
Uh, it's in a reverse position, so
Oh, no, no, that's not what I meant. But okay, all right. That's four. Uh, are there women on this card?
ribbons.
Women, like
Women.
girls.
Yes,
Women.
yes, 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 yes.
Is this the three of cups?
You see, 3 points, you win.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, yeah, that's Mike B in rare form tonight. Gotcha. You want to go one more?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay, give me a chance to redeem myself.
That was good, wasn't
That
it?
was good.
Okay, what do we got?
Okay, so is it a major card?
No, no, it's not.
Is it swords?
No,
Pentacles? Pentacles?
yes, it's three.
Okay, is it 1 through 5?
No, breathe and
Is
let the
it
force go through you.
okay? Is it the 10 of Pentacles?
No,
Okay, one last try. I
yep.
I I sense it's the Page of Pentacles.
No, sir. You were fairly close. It was a good card. It was a positive card. It's a six.
Okay, cool, good for you. So
Yep.
it's a wrap for
Mm.
today.
I think it's a wrap, guys. I think that's good for today. Everybody, thanks for coming.
Thanks
Uh,
for coming.
we'll see you next week on Saturday. And rock out. Have a lot of fun for the weekend, and we'll see you.